want to welcome two amazing guests, and it's all about art. It's all about showcasing, I would say, the creative element of one of the esteemed artists. And this is something that's happening, I could safely say, in a place that is rich with art and culture, Arima. And the founder of the East Yard Enterprises is here with me, Kevon. Kevon, great to see you.
Thank you.
And you're coming with the head of trade and cooperation and cultural studies from the Embassy of Mexico, right here in Trinidad and Tobago, doing great work. Flavio Gonzalez is here with us.
Thank you.
And we welcome you both, gentlemen, because here it is, Kevon. You've been able to team up here. The Mexican Embassy has taken a showcase outside of Port of Spain to Arima, showcasing art from one of the esteemed artists. The artist is indeed Mexican?
Yes, he is. Mauricio Silerio.
I mean, he's a big deal.
Yes, he is. Yeah. He showed in 30 countries, in over 30 countries.
My goodness. Before, I just want to get the perspective from you first before I head across to Flavio, but the ethos, the birth, the time this came into your head, how did this combination come together? Just walk me through this whole process.
Okay, so in September of last year, we had the Arima Arts Festival. So East Yard hosted that for the first time. And the Mexican Embassy, so His Excellency, he saw some ads around it, and he literally was in Arima at that time, and he took it upon himself to visit East Yard. And he was so impressed by what we had to offer, he said that we had to partner on some sort of artistic initiative. And this is what it developed into. So it's really, I would put it into the court of the embassy for coming up with what this collaboration would be. And it turned out that it was this exhibition that they had showcased on Day of the Dead last year.
Yeah.
So it's just bringing that to Arima now.
And that Day of the Dead is around November, Flavio. Explain to Trinbagonians. It's something I would have seen on YouTube. We see it every now and then prop up on social media. But give us a little overview as to the Day of the Dead and the commemoration of that in Mexico and the importance to Mexican culture.
Yes, good morning, everyone. So on behalf of the Ambassador Victor Hugo Morales, we are very pleased to be here and this important media in Trinidad and Tobago. For us at the Embassy of Mexico, it's very relevant to share a little bit about our history, about our traditions, about our culture. And as you mentioned, the Day of the Dead is one of the most important traditions in Mexico. The Day of the Dead is a tradition that mixes the history, the culture, the historical points about how Mexico wants to celebrate the dead. Because for us, the dead is not for be sad, it's just a past for another word. So our ancestors collocate in Mexico we say ofrenda is an attribute for the person who passed away. And these kind of persons will be remembered by us, by the Mexicans. So we offer some food, some important elements that we collocate on the ofrenda. And that's the reason why the Day of the Dead is very relevant for us, because it's a tradition that they unite the families. That is a day, the 1 and 2 of November. The families get together to celebrate the dead and to remember the person who passed away.
Well, I want to thank you, Flavio, because I'm really happy to get that perspective. I've always heard about the Day of the Dead, and I'm getting a chance to truly come to grasp with the cultural significance for Mexicans. Let me ask you, it's going until the 16th, Kevon. Is there a day for, let's say, school children?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And who else is available? Who else? I mean, this is for everyone.
This is for everyone. So it's open to the public. And on opening night, we had a real fantastic showing from the various First Peoples. So we had the chief come, and there were some visiting First Peoples from other islands. And literally just looking, and they came decked in their, regalia. And it so mimicked the actual photos that are on display. So again, it's showing how, culture is connected, because Mexico has a big indigenous population.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so it was beautiful to see the bright colors, the costuming, and it so mimicked what we have in our carnival as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's the power of art, to show how we are similar.
What's the time frame for the exhibition? I guess, it's open to everyone. You said students are coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And give me a little landmark. For those who are not familiar with ARIMA, they're hearing about it, they're interested, you've been able to say, you've piqued their interest. They want to come to the East Yard. Give me a landmark. How do we find
Prince
East Yard?
Street, so that's the same street as the courthouse and the post office. So everybody should know one of those landmarks. And we are a block after the post office.
Well, let's take in some pictures from the opening. And Flavio and Kevon, you could probably elaborate on what we're about to see here.
Okay.
Cutting. This is the ambassador there?
Yes, so this is the ribbon cutting to open the exhibition. So that's me there with the counselor for Calvary, and she is also the chair for culture and community affairs in ARIMA. That's another counselor, Kim Garcia. She is the counselor for the part of ARIMA that East Yard is in. So that's ARIMA East, and that is the ambassador there. So that's Kim. Again, so you're seeing some of the photos. Does it mimic Carnival?
It is. It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yes, for example, it's important that the person's painting their face interest like a simulate like and the blonde, the
look, full regalia.
And before that, there was Jamie Filbert, who actually choreographed a piece around the exhibition. Yeah.
With the history of Gaspar Yanga. Gaspar Yanga was one of the persons in Mexico that fought against the slavery in the 15th century, and he is very relevant for us, for the Mexicans, because he was an Afro-descent that fought against the slavery. So for us was very emotional to see here in Trinidad and Tobago that the one Tribagonian person is representing or paying a tribute to Gaspar Yanga. And this is, as Kevon said, we are looking for connections between our country, Mexico and Trinidad and Tobago, and we have more connections than we had taken mind. So we have more things to share. And that's the idea why the Ambassador Morales decided to move the cultural expressions, not only for Port of Spain or in the area, see go out or go to another cities like Arima, and maybe for another cities in the south, in central Trinidad, and to share with your audience that the Embassy of Mexico is open for more cultural activities, not only in Port of Spain, as well in the rest of Trinidad and Tobago. But to be thankful to Kevon, to the East Yard, because the local community in Arima, as you see in the photographs, the representatives of the First Peoples was there. And it's very relevant because the Day of the Dead, as Kevon said, is a representation of our First Peoples in Mexico, with kind elements of that.
A place with such rich history. As we wrap things up, again, Flavio, we thank you, Flavio Gonzalez. I'll let you have the final say, Kevon, as to how can, folks come, be part of it, just give contact for information. Go right ahead.
So the exhibition is open until March the 16th, and we're open to the public from Thursdays to Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Just pop in. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can reach out to us for a private viewing by appointment only. And really, we just want to welcome the community of Arima and environs to come and immerse themselves in Mexican art and culture. You can visit eastyard_Eastyard on Instagram or email info@eastyard.org.
Amazing, amazing details. Kevon touching base with us. Flavio from the Embassy. All the best, gentlemen. Thanks for coming on this morning, and we will continue with the morning shot. Ian Weeson steps in from 7:30 to 8, in-depth analysis as we jump in with sports. God spare, I'm back for more tomorrow. Stay locked in. Morning shot up next.